Most people download FloatMe expecting instant emergency cash with zero effort. But here's the truth no one tells you. In 2026, FloatMe can be useful for very small short-term cash shortages, but many users misunderstand its borrowing limits, fees, and who the app is actually designed for. Some people love it because it helps them avoid overdraft fees before payday. Others uninstall it quickly because they expected much larger advances than the app realistically provides. So before you sign up, there are a few important things you need to understand first. In this video, I'll give you an honest FloatMe app review for 2026, explain the real pros and cons, and help you decide whether it's actually worth using. Let's get straight into it. FloatMe is a small cash advance app designed to help users cover short-term gaps between paychecks. Let's say Jake gets paid on Friday, but his bank account is almost empty on Wednesday, and he still needs gas money to get to work. FloatMe may provide a small advance to help avoid overdraft fees or decline transactions. One reason FloatMe became popular is simplicity. The app is beginner-friendly and easier to navigate than some larger financial apps. The biggest advantage is that FloatMe focuses on smaller emergencies. For users who only need a little extra money for groceries, transportation, or subscriptions, the app can feel convenient and fast. But here's the problem. FloatMe usually offers lower borrowing limits compared to apps like MoneyLion or Earnin. Many new users expect several $100s instantly and get disappointed when the available amount is much smaller. Now here's where it gets interesting. FloatMe often focuses more on banking activity and account behavior than traditional credit scores. For example, Alex may have average credit, but if his account shows stable deposits and responsible spending patterns, approval chances can improve. This is where most people fail. They rely on small advances every single week instead of fixing the spending habits causing the shortages in the first place. Even small repayments can become stressful if borrowing becomes constant. Another thing users should understand is subscription costs and transfer timing. While standard delivery may take longer, instant transfer features can involve extra fees depending on the option selected. In a minute, I'll explain who should actually use FloatMe and who should avoid it completely. FloatMe works best for people with stable income who occasionally need very small emergency advances between paychecks. If John suddenly needs extra cash for gas or groceries before payday, the app can be practical and easy to use. But if someone needs larger loan amounts regularly, FloatMe may not be the right fit because the advance limits are generally smaller than many competitors. So, is FloatMe worth using in 2026? For small short-term emergencies, yes, it can still be useful. The app is simple, beginner-friendly, and focused on helping users avoid overdraft situations. But the lower borrowing limits and repeated borrowing risks are important factors users should understand before depending on it too heavily. If this honest FloatMe review helped you understand the real pros and cons before downloading the app, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment below whether you think FloatMe is actually worth using in 2026.